Hello, it is July 22nd. Today is my day one of the Bright Line Food Challenge. And for those of you that don't know, Bright Line is a program that it's very similar to abstinence from drugs and alcohol in the way of, for people with very addictive tendencies, we need clear laid out instructions of exactly what food to have. And that may sound very panic inducing for a lot of you. It does for me. But what I realized from being sober from drugs and alcohol is that in the discipline and consistency comes freedom. So food for me has really been my last Achilles heel. I work out 5 days a week, but I also recognize that my mindset around food is not healthy. I recognize that when it comes to sugar, it's very similar to how I got with alcohol, in the way of, okay, if I just have a little bit more, or as soon as I have this, I know I'm going to feel good. And then comes the after, and you don't feel so great anymore. So I thought of doing this challenge. It's 14 days, and depending, I'll probably keep going one day at a time. But I thought that this would be a good way for me to kind of renew my knowledge about the process of getting sober. And what I mean by that is there's so many things that you need in order to change. And number one for me is the gift of desperation. And I have to dig deep right now and say, like, do I have this when it comes to food? Am I willing to go to any lengths to get and stay healthy? And at this moment I do, and I think the idea is just to continue the resolve for each 24-hour period, wake up and do it again. The other interesting thing about this is the suggestion is for those with very addictive tendencies is not to exercise. As many people know, exercise is amazing for endorphins and your health, but the belief behind this is that for some of us, exercise equals like kind of putting yourself out, like, well, I'm exercising, so I might as well eat whatever I want today. And I know that that's absolutely been the case with me. So the idea behind Bright Line is to get the food thing down, putting healthy food in my body all day, completely eliminating sugar and flour from my life. Oh my God. I don't know. We'll see. But and then once you get that kind of neuroplasticity down, that automatic habit of eating this certain way every day, they're saying really 30 to 60 days is the minimum baseline to build that. And then you can add in the exercise after. But this old idea that exercise is really helping me lose weight, it doesn't work for my personality because I counter it with rewards of food. So here I go, day one again. I feel okay. I'm nervous. And like I said, I can't believe how similar it is to the mindset of quitting drugs and alcohol. You know, the mind goes to like, how can I never have sugar and flour again? And for me, it was like, how am I never going to have an alcoholic drink again? And what I didn't realize then, you know, over 5 years ago, is that I would get to a point in my life where I didn't even think about having a drink. And there's so much freedom in not having to have that take up so much of my mind on a daily basis. Like, how much am I going to drink today? Can I not drink today? Waking up in the morning and be like, oh, I drank again. I didn't want to. And so I'm really looking for the same type of freedom with food. But the reason I wanted to do this is just document that, you know, I got sober, and I recognize for those people that are just starting out on the path of sobriety from drugs and alcohol, or from food, or from any self-sabotaging and addictive behaviors, like how difficult it can be and how tough that mindset is. And like I said, it's good for me as I work with people to just renew those early on feelings of, can I do this? Am I going to do this? And the idea of something that conceptually seems like there's no way I would be happier missing out on sugar and flour, right? Like surely you'll want to enjoy a dessert once in a while. Like surely you'll want to enjoy a glass of wine once in a while. But for me, the reality was it was never really a glass of wine in the end. Like a glass of wine for me, it's like, forget it. That's so lame. Like it's a tease. And I've recognized some of the same patterns in my life around sugar and flour and foods like that. So I've talked long enough. Day 1, Bright Line Food Challenge, and I'll be keeping you posted on my challenges and progress. Bye-bye.